Hi everybody, Assalamu alaikum to all, and welcome back with another amazing episode of the Future Job Podcast Show. I'm your host Fahad Jobwala, a 15-year-old student and intern captain at the School Online Academy. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, Anna Blume, someone who brings the real-life perspective of work, of how work is changing around us. We'll be talking how everyday people are adopting the future of jobs, tech, and work-life balance. Anna, welcome to the podcast. How have you been? Wonderful. So, can you briefly tell us who you are and what kind of work you do?
Yeah, hi, I'm Anna Blume from Berlin in Germany. I'm an entrepreneur, and my work at the moment is basically entrepreneurship. So I'm myself also a full stack developer, and I went into the AI engineering path as well. So AI is all over the place, and I try to balance it out with meaningful work and quick learning, quick adapting every day, finding new workflows, basically, and also not hanging on the old structures, how we have worked last year, for example, or last month. This month is totally different. It's so quick, so changing. And if you don't learn every day, so you're left behind to have a leverage on it, basically. Do you really use it for your own creativity and work, and also in collaboration with others is super important. Yeah, that's some of my topics, basically, also
Wonderful,
new
wonderful, Anna.
workflows.
Yeah, it's just really wonderful the way you describe yourself and about your work, and it's really amazing because entrepreneurship is something where we just don't build our future. We are working for other people as well. You know, we are problem solvers and we work for this whole world where we are living. And it's really important, as you mentioned, collaboration with other people and learning every day. Both things are really important if we want to live longer here in this world, you know, because without collaboration with people, without um, you know, connecting with people, it's just very difficult to survive, especially in this, very difficult time.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, its speed is also something, speed is super important for myself to do what I want to do,
Exactly. So, looking back over the last
impact I want
five
to
to
make.
10 years,
And
how
it's
have
also a
you?
clash nowadays.
Yeah, wonderful.
Go on.
So, I was saying, looking back 5 to 10 years, last 5 to 10 years, how have you seen the workplace or job environment evolve?
Yeah, quite much. It involved to a thing I always wished for as I was in your age. Let's say, for me, it's a big playground at the moment with all possibilities I ever want to have and I could dream of. So it's like every day I get up and I'm happy because I can play around with so many things. I have so much support from people, from organizations, from technology, infrastructure, everything is there. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. But you need to learn and to adapt every day, every second, every minute. You need to be ready to move into another direction if necessary.
Exactly, it has become very, very important. So, how do you think entrepreneurship is changing in today's world?
I think it will be more creative, more like it's like at the moment it's chaos kind of also because it's so much popping up and so much tools are coming out, especially in tech. So everybody is building instead of one thing, they build 12 and just you test it and use the one who performs best, yeah, or brings the best impact. So it's not a matter of it's a matter of speed and really taking care of your customers, basically. Yeah. How can you serve them quickly, good, safe also? And yeah, that's entrepreneurship. Like it was always like this, I think. But there are more opportunities for you kids as well. It's a lot of opportunities for you. If you have your phone, you can go. At some years ago, you needed really capital to start and a team, and it was hard to find, and it was slow to develop, and so on. 2 hours while somebody is explaining an idea, you know.
Exactly.
While we have a Zoom, I could create a prototype client basically. It's possible nowadays. And I did this once. And I was really like, wow, that like 5 years ago, that was impossible to have this kind of quality and a prototype you could actually kind of make an MVP out of it, you know? It's insane.
Exactly. You're very right. Looking if we see 5 to 10 or even 5 to 3 to 4 years back, we couldn't even think we are going to be in a world where a lot of things are very easy now. If we see, the work which requires hours and hours, it can be done in some few minutes. And if we talk about the work which could be, which people used to get done, in weeks, now it can be done in 48 hours. It's just insane the way our world is evolving, the way our world is adopting the new skills, the latest technology. It's really helping the people.
Yeah, if you are not like, if AI is not your boss, but it's your butler, so to say, it helps you to do your work. And I think you need also, especially as a young person, 24 hours in front of a screen or like 20 hours in front of a screen. Like people can really be addicted to it. And there's also the real life. There are our families, our friends, our like making food ourselves, doing something craftsman, something, work in the garden, the quality we shouldn't forget as a human.
Exactly, Anna. And if I ask that, how do you define the entrepreneurship? Is this something about just solving the problems, or does it, contain some other things too? So how do you define entrepreneurship in your own words?
Yeah, it's contributing to society. Yeah, in a way that you offer some solution and you get also something in return.
Wonderful. So do you believe more people will become entrepreneurs in the future?
I don't know, but I wish everybody would be an entrepreneur.
Exactly. Because when we do this, if they become entrepreneurs, they're just not helping other people, they're helping themselves first. If we solve somebody's problem, so first we are learning from that. You know, the best way to learn and to specialize anything is to teach that particular thing to others, and you will automatically will be specialized, in that.
Yeah, I also think um, more people, like you think, yeah, not everybody is able to have the stress of entrepreneurship, and you talk about learning from of problems and so on. But most of all, I think the real journey is the inner journey of an entrepreneur. What you learn about yourself along the journey, how to set boundaries, how to say no to things, how to make the right decision, how to be self-responsible, how to be responsible for the work you do. It's so much thing for self-development. You need to grow and to challenge yourself in order to be there for others and make an impact. So of course the world is giving and taking. That should be in a balance, but I think the inner journey of an entrepreneur is the most important journey. There are entrepreneurs which are very lonely on their journeys with the decision, how they do things, the problem, the challenges. But there's a Japanese saying, it says, if you have a problem, they say, congratulations, wonderful, you have a problem, because problems are gifts. And if you set yourself a challenge, or you get a challenge and you don't even think about it and say, yeah, that's a good challenge, I would take it. And it's hard, and you will get a little bit of like, how should I ever do this? But then you go to the 10x, yeah. And if you have really high challenges, like big impacts you want to solve, then the further you come. So small little increments are like, it's a safe play, but it's not like what life is for, I think.
Exactly. You talked about the Japanese culture, whenever they have any problem, uh the, they congratulate them, the people who have the problem. And when we have problem, what we do, oh, how can we overcome that? And we are getting stressed, get deeper in the depression. It's like the person doesn't have the problem have the person, some sort of that condition. But it's just really important to learn from the situation, the learn from the complexities you have, the problems you have, or whatever. It's it is really true. We really have to uh pray to have problems. We have to put ourselves in the problems in order to
Arad,
become good.
there's a principle I want to share with you. So if you have a problem and it's really heavy on your heart and your soul, and you can't, like, you don't know what to do, the energy you needed to get into that problem is really, you spend the energy to get there, right? It's a negative energy. It hurts. It's painful. But then once you understand it's just energy, what if I put the energy, instead of suffering, into doing something constructive to getting out of this? Then you use maybe the same energy and you come twice as far, you know?
Exactly, Anna. It's really true. So how important is technology and digital presence in today's business world?
Yeah, it's a democratization of a lot of things in the digital world. For example, if you think about banking and how to transfer money to another country, or like if you work in another country and you send it home to your family, like all of this, like we don't rely so much on the old frameworks. It's faster, it's cheaper, it's more equal for everybody, reachable, like affordable. So that's a big bonus, I would say. On the other hand, AI is hungry for energy, so we need really to look how where this energy comes from and how we feed the monsters of AI. But also, on the other hand, think about how can we build better ships so computation power is much higher, yeah, and faster with speed, like quantum computing and so on. Super interesting stuff. What we can do that. We're not yet there, but I mean, but we can play with it in our minds at least. Or if you go to Microsoft, you can have a little quantum computing server or what have you and play around it just to be curious and see what is this actually. You can go to conferences in Europe. We have conferences. You can see them online. You can research for them just to understand a little bit and to build up over the years your knowledge and your interest and if it resonates with you. So you might want to study more or find it interesting. So that could be also career. So technology is something we also are parents of, kind of. So we are the parents of technology. So we need to take care of it, like our kids. We need to teach them how to behave, what to do, and what not to do, but also listen to it and having a dialogue basically, yeah, on a daily base, how checking in, like how is this working out for society or for certain groups. Yeah, be very inclusive. It's inclusiveness, like it's also like many people can learn better with technology if they are blind or deaf or like have other issues. So it's a big help. But I also appreciate to be in the garden, in the park, in nature. Like, I need the digital detox. I feel that it's not good to sit too long in front of digital devices. It's very important to have this hygiene, energy
Exactly, Anna.
hygiene. Yeah.
I totally get it, and you're very true. It can be very dangerous to sit too long in the front of the digital devices, and we have to be grateful for the nature we have in our surroundings, the beautiful flowers, the beautiful trees, the cloudy and sunny, weather. It's just all the blessings of the God. The God has created for all those things for us, not this technology, not this digital devices to sit too long in the front of this. You know. What advice would you give to teenagers or young students who want to start their own business one day?
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, sure. Somehow I put it in the chat, but maybe before the arrival of the question, I just got out. So here it is. What advice would you give to teenagers or young students who wants to start their own business one day?
Yes. Yeah. Delete the one day. The one day is wrong. Start immediately. Fail fast, fail often, try things, look, find mentors, find people who you really have a good vibe with. look what they are doing. Ask a lot of questions and don't wait for that one day. It will never come otherwise.
Wonderful advice. And the main thing here, you just mentioned that not to afraid to be fail, or do not take care of your failures. You just have to take care of your goals. But the main thing here, especially the young generation, we uh afraid to fail. We think that we will be disrespectful in the front of someone. When someone heard that we fail in that, and we had that failure or something like that, people will laugh at us. So the main thing here, that this thing comes in the between our goal, between our visions, and we then stop and don't take steps to progress further. Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Here you are again.
Yeah. So I was asking that how do you manage work-life balance as a business owner?
Yeah, you asked before, and the question about failing that uses like in respect to elders afraid to fail. But if you do small, affordable failures, that's totally fine. So you can start a TikTok or whatever. There's so many tools out there on your own, yeah, with meaningful content and things. If you teach, you learn a lot. The teacher always learns twice, you know.
Exactly, Anna. So how do you
So if you follow our, you can learn how it works. That's buy something for $1 million and then fail 3 months after. Then your parents are upset with you. I can understand. I would do the same, um, but trying things out, you learn while you are doing failures. And if you look back in life, the biggest failures are the biggest learnings, basically. And you can be, in the end, very grateful. If you ask elder people, they will tell you this. Oh, if I look back, that I failed totally, but that was the best thing in my life. Because then you really deeply think and get another direction if you are constructive with it. Okay, what's the next question?
exactly wonderful? So how do you manage work-life balance as a business owner?
Yeah, I give actually my team as much freedom as possible. So I understand what's important to them. It's family, it's like whatever. They have a garden, they have something else to do or are responsible for, which is important to them. So I understand to understand the situation and balance out the situation. But it's also the creativity and the talent you have in front of you. So it's a very individual question, first of all. And as CEO or as a business owner, you try to have a lot of time for yourself because that's why you start a business in the first place, to do more businesses or to create more businesses or to help other people, like, yeah. So everybody should have some like to get up early, some like to get up early, sleep during the day and get up in the evening. So we don't know, like, but we have to balance creative. And I deeply believe in this, especially with AI, I must say. since we are like, especially for digital products, we are so fast that the work which has been done in 6 months can be done in 2 months or 1 month. Somebody who works the hours, or do I want to have their creativity and their brilliant ideas? They should be intern or somebody, a co-founder or somebody works for me. It's always the interest they have, the curiosity, the hunger for knowing, like making it better, knowing. So for me, the same. If I want to have a free day and really feel like I need to, I talk to my team and free myself, and then I go out and do something else. And it
Well,
should be possible. We should afford this, I feel.
exactly. That is really
So
important
I'm
to.
definitely not the employee type of person, like as an employee, you think different because you don't know it differently. You have to go to school, you have to go to university. So at least here in Germany, or is it the case? So, and then out of university, you go to work every day. And so entrepreneurship is not necessarily so much taught, it's shifting now. And it's very positive that I sent you the link for the new university here in Berlin, which is also mixing academic paths with a very like accelerator entrepreneurship hub way, mixing everything together, making very practical. I think that's very good now.
Exactly. So, if you give, if you could give one message to the future generation of workers and leaders, what would it be?
Great to be alive and to live in peace and take care of yourself. And yeah, like it's like a diamond. Yeah, you need other people shaping you as well and polishing you. And don't be afraid of failures. Don't be afraid of problems. They are gifts, basically.
Wonderful. This has to be the sentence of the day, that the problems and the challenges uh are not has doesn't have to be the cause to have depression or stress. They are actually the gifts by your God. So thank you so much, Anna Blume, for giving me your precious and valuable time for the amazing conversation. Thank you for turning on.